What's up, guys? Crinkle here. Hey, today we're just talking about the basics of flight in Star Citizen, alright? Maybe you watched my video about getting started in Star Citizen, got your account, got your starter ship, all excited to get in the game, wake up in the bed, now what? Alright? So we're going to talk about that quick. I'm not going to give you any advanced combat maneuvers, J-hooks, inverted A's and stuff like that. There's plenty of videos out there on that. I'm not the best combat pilot. Anyway, you don't want my advice in that arena, I promise you. Alright, but we will get it so you can go do some box missions, go do some missions, get to the locations you need to get to, and get off the pad and get back on the pad safely. Alright, first thing you want to do is go to the ship kiosk. Let's go do that and get you started. Alright, so what you have in front of you here is a ship retrieval console. Alright, it's exactly what it sounds like. This is where you're going to spawn your ship. I'm on my other account today because I don't have any starter ships on my other account, and I thought it'd be a little more helpful to show you how to get in an actual starter ship and how to get it going instead of a Karak. Alright, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to spawn up real quick an Aurora, show you how to get in the Aurora, but then we'll spawn a different ship and I'll show you how to get it all started and stuff. But let's get you into the ship. That seems like a good idea to me, and that seems to be where it starts. Alright, so if you haven't figured it out right now, your F key is your inner thought key. That's how you're going to interact with everything in the world of Star Citizen. You're going to push F and hold F down. Alright, so we're going to walk up to the screen. We're going to hold F and hit use. We're going to take this Aurora ES. Will spawn this. Hey, just a quick heads up. This freelancer here, everybody gets one for free for temporarily. Alright, so when you have this is just a free loaner that CIG is giving you. Alright, so feel free to use it, run some cargo in it once you figure out how to fly and stuff. Might as well use it while it's there. We're going to go ahead and spawn up this Aurora, so we're just going to hit retrieve.
You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
Okay. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
So, alright, so there was a glitch. But anyway, it's out down on pad 3, alright? So, now these ship retrieval consoles, you'll find them at all the stations, Port Olisar, all the cities. They're in different locations. Port Olisar is down on the first level, alright? So, we're going to pad 3, and a little helpful hint here. Make sure you try to remember what pad you're on, because I'm at Cruel L1 right now, because it's quieter here, and I never remember what pad they tell me. So, and then you go over to the elevator and try to get in, and it's a nightmare. Alright, guys, so if you forget what pad you're on, or if you forget where your ship is, you do have this marker, and that can help you track it down, okay? Because I always forget what pad it tells me. Okay. Alright, so we're going to run out here. Here's our lovely Aurora ES waiting for us. Alright, so we're going to run up either side on the Aurora you can use. Alright, you're going to hold that F key down again, and that's going to give you your inner thought and be able to interact. So you can open the door, just open the ladder, do both, or you can enter ship. So if you hit enter ship, it's going to go through the animation of getting you in your ship. Alright, and enter pilot seat, same thing. Alright, so now you're in the pilot seat. Now what? Well, we're going to go over that. You know how to get in the Aurora. So we're going to use the Reliant Core because it has a couple different other features that I can help you out with. Alright, the Reliant Core entrance is in the back. Again, inner thought menu, right? Gets highlighted. We'll open the door. Don't forget to close the door because people like to jump into your ship. Nobody wants this ship, so I don't worry too much about it. Alright? Again, inner thought menu, right? Hold that F button down. So first thing we need to do is power our ship up. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can do that with inner thought, right? So you can look around for the switch. I don't even know where it is in here. Yeah, it's up here. So you can go to here. You can click flight ready. That turns everything on. So you don't need to worry about engines, power, or anything. Just turns it all on, right? You want to be a little more immersive than that, right? You can hit power on. That turns the power on, right? Or you can use the letter I on your keyboard as a shortcut.
Systems on.
Nope, check that. Or you can use the letter U as a shortcut. Alright, so U turns the power off. U turns the power on. Alright.
Hello, how can Miss help you today?
Again, same thing here.
Systems
You can
on.
do engine on, engine off. If you've done flight ready, you're ready to go. The shortcut for flight ready is the R key. That turns everything on, good to go. Alright, so we're going to fire up the engines here.
Engines on.
Alright, so the engines are warming up. Shields are fully charged. The shield shortcut is the O key. Alright, so I can
Shield off.
turn the shields off with O.
Shields on.
Turn the shields back on. I, once again.
Engines off.
Engines.
Engines on.
Engines on. U is power,
Weapon system off.
which shuts everything off. R turns everything on. Alright, so once you're up, you're powered up, your engines are going, shields are all at
Systems
full,
on.
you're good to go. You're going to lift off the pad with the space bar. Alright, now there's a trick here. If you use right shift, that will lock your pitch, right? So you can't pitch up and down. The nose won't pitch up and down. So that can get you to take off perfectly level without the front of the ship going up or down because you moved your mouse or joystick or whatever control input you're using, okay? So space bar to go up,
Launch sequence complete.
okay? So now we're above the pad, right?
Thank you, and please visit again.
You're welcome. All right. N will raise your landing gear. All right, so now the landing gear is up in the ship. You don't forget to hit right shift again, so you have control over yaw. Okay, because once I push that, nothing's going to happen. Right? But that will help you take off straight instead of lifting the nose up and pointing it down. It'll also help landing in some of the tighter spots. Core places like that where you have to go down into a hangar, get your nose leveled out at 0, hit that right shift, and then you can just move forward and back and get it lined up to go down, and you don't have to worry about the nose going up and down. Because if you try to land in third person sometimes in those, the pitch is hard to see. It's deceiving. All right. Okay. So in order to go forward, we're going to use W, A to strafe left, D to strafe right, S is backwards. All right. So going forward, strafing right, strafing left, S is backwards. Okay. Now you can hit C, which is cruise control, so you're going to see an arrow on the left-hand side. Go up. So now I don't have to hold W down. All right, so now we're cruising along. Some of you might find yourself eventually in a ship that has Vtol. So what that means is like the Prospector or the Cutlass Black, when you get in them, their engines are pointing down vertically instead of horizontally. All right. How you get those switched from Vtol to flight mode is J. So in this ship, when I hit J, the whole wing moves. But that way I can give you an example of how to get in and out of Vtol. All right. So I'm going to push J, which moves the ship like that in this case. Again, in the Cutlass Black and the Prospector and the Valkyrie and some other ships, the whole engine nacelles will move from vertical to horizontal. All right, so J, J. Okay. So now you got your basic flight. Your roll left, right, is going to be Q. Roll right is E. All right, so you start combining those, and you get different maneuvers. Alright, so we're going to talk about coupled and decoupled really quick. I don't remember what the default is. V, I believe. V is the default for coupled and decoupled. I have it on my mouse because I fly decoupled most of the time. So what decoupled is when you are coupled, the ship automatically uses thrusters to counteract your flight inputs so you aren't just drifting one way or another. In decoupled, you have to do that manually. So if I hit my decouple button, you're going to see that indicator on the right hand side of the screen, that broken oval, right? All right, so what that means is now the ship isn't going to counteract my inputs to keep me flying straight. All right, so that means I can do this and I'm still going in the same direction. Okay, we're just now going backwards. My trajectory has not changed at all, right? I can strafe left, my trajectory is going to be the same. I can strafe right, right? The only way to counteract that is by using Afterburner. What's that? Well, that's your shift button, right? So if you're in decoupled mode and I want to go this way now, you're going to hit your shift button and W at the same time, and that's going to change my trajectory. Right? So we'll go back this way, right, towards the station. And that changes my trajectory. Okay. Without doing that, holding Afterburner, you're not going to change trajectories at all. All right, so if I'm holding Afterburner right now, nothing is happening, right? But once I give that input of the direction I want to go, now it changes my trajectory, right? And that will work with strafing, right? All of it. All right, so I fly probably 90% of the time decoupled. But a lot of people prefer coupled. You'll see that symbol to the left of the decoupled symbol, right? On the bottom right of my HUD. That the circle that looks like a bolt across almost. That's G-lock. So what that is, let me recouple here. What G-lock does is when you are churning, it only allows you to churn as tight as you would to not pass out. If you churn G-lock off, you can churn much tighter. Okay, not in this ship, but that comes in very handy for dogfighting because it allows you to churn inside your opponent. Okay, you're going to find out that a lot of times flying people, a lot of it's jousting or side strafing, right? Where people side strafe and you guys do this circle dance, right? Well, having that G-lock off allows you to turn a little tighter than you normally would. Right? Just a helpful hint there. Again, I'm not the best combat pilot in the world. There's plenty of videos out there that will hook you up on that. You don't want my advice, but so, all right. So now you're out flying, right? You're doing all your things, man. And how do I get to somewhere else in the verse, right? So you're going to hit F2, which is going to bring up your star map, right? You can scroll in and out with your mouse, middle wheel mouse, right? In and out, right? And click on different locations, right? So let's say where are we? We're at Cruella 1. Let's say we want to go to Crusader. All right. So you're going to click on your destination you want to go to. You're going to hit set route. You're going to see the amount of current quantum fuel you have right here and how much is required to make the jump you just selected. All right. And your target, right? Your destination, Crusader. All right, so now that that's set, we're going to close that menu, right? And you're going to have an indicator on your screen. And this HUD, it happens to be a line, but you'll also see an arrow up in the top left. Some will only have the arrow. Alright, so you can just follow that line up to your, or that arrow, up to your destination. There is your destination right there. Alright, by tapping B, that brings up the quantum engine. Alright, so now you're quantuming, you're spooling up for that target. Once your calibration spool is complete, you're ready to go ahead and quantum to your location. To do that, you just hold B. You want to try to keep this quantum location in this general area. You'll notice like on the Cutlass Black it's way off. Some of the ships it's off a little bit, but you want to try to keep it centered. If you start to get too far away, it will warn you. See right there, it's telling me to line to target. Alright, don't worry about the asteroids and stuff as long as it's... Now there's a bug where that's going to keep going, but don't worry about the asteroid stuff. If it's giving you the good to go to quantum, it should go right through the asteroids. Alright, so we'll go ahead and jump. We're holding B down.
Quantum travel engaged.
And there you go, you are now quantuming to where you need to go. You can get out of quantum as well by holding B down before the halfway mark, like that, of your destination. Alright. When you get to your destination, your quantum engine is going to have a cooldown, and the cooldown is going to vary based on the quantum engine you're using. Alright, so some are going to be longer, some are going to be shorter. Some quantum engines are going to use more fuel, some of them are going to travel farther with less fuel, some are going to travel faster but using more fuel. All that kind of thing. Alright, all those different variables, okay? And that comes into ship upgrades, etc. Alright, so let's head back to Crew L1. We'll show you how to land. So there's another way too to quantum, right? You can just hold B down, and that's going to give you all the different things you can quantum to, right? I can go over to Crew L4, I can go to Arc L5, and these are all the places you can quantum to. There's Arc Corp for 40 million kilometers. Alright, here's all your different locations. So this right here, Microtech, I don't have enough fuel to get there. That's because it's a gazillion miles away, right? But alright, so that's another way you can quantum, is you can get out of spots like that. Like sometimes you'll have to quantum to an orbital marker in order to get to your target because you're on the other side of the planet. The planet is in your way. Alright, we don't want to go to our corp, so we're going to go back into the star menu with star 2. We're going to click our destination. Now when you're going to these Crew L1s or Hurl L3 and stuff, if you double click it, you can zoom in, right? Left mouse button will rotate it. Right mouse button will move it around. Alright, so when you're going into these Crew L1s and all those different little outpost space stations, you can scroll in and actually jump to the actual space station. The only exception to this is it Hurston L5? Crew L5. It's Crew L5. For some reason, the space station doesn't show up. You have to fly into Crew L5 manually. Okay. So we're set our route. Got our route set. It's going to have you jump to Crew L1 first and then the station. Alright, so we're spooling up. Spool's complete, calibration's complete. I'm going to hold B down again, and away we go.
Quantum travel engaged.
Here's the cooldown. It's pretty quick on this one, so it goes pretty fast. So, and the distance traveled affects the cooldown as well. So boom, cooldown's done. Go into Crew L1, and we'll show you how to land. really don't like landing at crew L1 because the sun is always in your face. It's hard to see sometimes. If you hold the F key down, again, your inner thought, right? You can look around, right? But you can also scroll your mouse wheel and zoom in, zoom out. All right, and Z will just allow you to free look around. All right, but you can't interact with anything. Okay. So what you're waiting for now is the armistice zone. So you have to request permission to land, and there's a couple ways you can do that. If you go to one of your MDRs, hit menu, hit comms, you'll see currently who you can communicate. So that's the people on my contacts, my friends list, and nobody else around me. You'll see other people that are around you that you can comm. You just click the comm button and it's like a person, you're Skyping them, okay, basically. So we're not in range yet of crew L1, so we're still waiting. There's another couple other ways you can do that. You can hit F11, which will bring up your contacts. Go to contacts and it would show up here. Or you can go F1 and click on the contacts here as well. All right. So your throttle, we'll talk about that a little bit on our way in. So if you scroll your mouse wheel, that will increase your throttle, right? So now you see my meters per second increasing, decreasing, right? If you hold left Alt down, or I'm sorry, right Alt, it's right Alt. Space brake is X, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to use X to slow the ship down. All right, we're going to take it off cruise control for a second. If you hold right Alt down, that allows you to change the power to the engines, right? So the engines are still getting power, they're just running with less power. So if I lower it down to 83%, you see that top speed is reduced. Alright, so there's our weapons offline, right? So that's usually an indicator that you can talk to them. So we're going to stop here for a second where you can see ish, right? So if we go up here, you'll see now that we have crew L1 right here. If it doesn't come up, you can hit the refresh button. Sometimes that won't work. If that doesn't work, click menu, go to heat, go to something different, go menu, and then comms again, and it should be there, right? So we're going to click this button right here.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right, and he'll give you your landing bay, and you're going to see a symbol. Since we got a ship over here, let's talk about that. So green means that they're, we'll call it neutral. All right, they're not necessarily friendly, but they're not don't have a criminal rating, right? In order to target him, let's hit that 5 button. Now that I changed this up here, target status. All right, so this is going to give me some information. That is an Avenger Titan. This is the person's name right here. This, if I wanted to talk to him, I push this and it would Skype him. All right, basically, I mean, essentially that's what it is, right? These are telling you the EM and signatures and the IR signatures, which are helpful for locking on in combat if you have time to look at them. All right. If they're red, you want to hit 3. Okay, 3 will target a red ship. And also, if I put him in my crosshairs and I hit 1, that will target whatever's in my crosshairs. All right, just quick on that since we had the opportunity. All right, so let's go find our landing. So you're looking for a symbol. You're looking for a wrench symbol. It'll be like a wrench in a circle, right? God, the sun is brutal on this thing. So it's going to be on a landing pad because we're not a big ship. It's not going to be in a hangar. So there it is right there at my 12 o'clock. Alright, so we're going to use our J button on this one anyway, because this one I can't land with it, the wings in the vertical position, right? N, again, to lower landing gear. So the landing gear is down.
Landing gear down.
At this point you have a couple options. I turn off cruise control using C again. Some people leave it on and will scroll it down, which is actually not a bad idea. I've never even done it, but to slow themselves down and maintain control. All right, so we'll try that. I've never done it, to be honest with you. So we're upside down. So when you go to land, control is to go down, N is to auto land. That's obviously your target, that box. You want to land inside of that box, right? Once you get here, let's talk about something else real quick while I'm here. There's a bug when you land, you're unable to, a lot of times, refuel, rearm, repair your ship. So the way around that bug, since I have it in front of me, is get over your landing pad until you get your HUD up with the artificial horizon. Go to F1 and hit the wrench, and you should be able to refuel, repair, and restock. Once I land, I will not be able to do this. Do them one at a time. So do the repair, let it do that, go back in, refuel, go back in, and then do your quantum. If you do it all at once, it can bug out and you get nothing. Okay? Just while I had the opportunity, we'll show you that quick. All right? So now we're on the ground. We went ahead and landed.
Have a pleasant stay.
All right. You can shut things down again. Again, you can use the F key, go through and hold it down and go through all this. You can just hit R and turn everything off. My advice to you is when you are running packages and you're running cargo and stuff, you're going to want to use the I key, turn your engines off, leave your shields on. Leave the ship powered and leave your shields on. That way if somebody shows up, decides they want to blow up your ship, at least your shields are up, maybe give you some extra time to get in the ship and get out of there. Okay? So let's grab a mission, show you how to get to that, and then we'll call it a day. We'll do this real quick here. Let's grab, where is this? Cruel L4. Alright, we'll grab this. So we're going to take this box mission, right, at Cruel L4. You want to make sure it's tracked. Okay? Once it's tracked, you're going to see this symbol on the screen right here. That's telling you where to go to get it, alright? So we'll turn the engines back on with I. We're going to lift up. And there you can see I didn't have that right shift, so I kind of wobbled with it. Took off. And to raise that landing gear again, we're going to head this way. It's 18 million kilometers away. We're going to go ahead and turn on cruise control with C. Now you have a couple options here. If I spool up, it'll let me jump straight to Cruel L4, right? And that's just holding B where it brings up multiple targets. Alright, so that's one option. The other option is you can go back to your star menu, F2, or Skyline right here, this button. Scroll back out, and it's going to show you where it is here. Alright, pick up right there at Cruel L4. You can click on it, go straight there. If you're hunting a bounty or you're doing a mission like an investigation mission where you got to go find the black box or find out what happened to somebody in a ship that's been reported missing, you can use this to jump straight to it. It's a quantum beacon. So this just happens to be at a station, so you can jump there anyway. But some of the things will be out in the middle of the void, right? Nothing. You can use those as a quantum beacon to go ahead and jump to those so you can get to them. All right. Set that. Set the route. This is going to take me to Cruel L4 and then take me to the actual station. All right. B to spool up. Once it's ready, hold B down, and away we go. All right, hopefully that helped you out. It was real quick, pretty basic, but hopefully that'll get you off the pad and out into the verse and doing some things. So any questions, any concerns, throw them in the comments. I answer literally every single person that makes a comment. So with that, don't forget to hit that subscribe. Don't forget to hit that magic bell. I really, really hate saying that. I can't tell you how much I hate that. Thanks for stopping by, man. I seriously appreciate you taking the time to hang out with me in your busy life, man. So go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. See ya.